Hey everybody, welcome back to Chamberlain Family Farms. It is fall, there's leaves all over the ground, and this is the perfect time to start preparing for next year's garden. So stick around, enjoy the video, and give us a thumbs up.
Alright guys, the grill is done for now, and we can finally start doing some other projects. So we got this fence out of the woods. Now, again, back whenever I was a kid, we had horses and we had some cows and pigs and stuff here. Most of it was electric. But we found this old roll of horse fence. Now it's all rusty and bent all to crap. It had a tree growing through it, some vines. But this is not junk, guys. This here is going to be turned into this compost bin. Fall is a perfect time to do about everything. It's not too hot. It's on the cooler side, so you can be out here working in it longer. If you're cold, all you gotta do is move. I mean, your body will heat up. But this is the time to get your big projects done. This is the time to do about everything on the homestead. And one of the things it's perfect to do is do the compost, because you've got all this organic matter that you can start breaking down at this time of year. It's a perfect time to go ahead and get it all raked up and let it start rotting it down through the winter time. So from about right here this way, the fence is going to be usable for what we need it. But from here this way, I mean, there just ain't no way that's going to work. So we're going to cut it off right here. And then what we need to do this, it has to be 13 feet minimum. It has to be at least 3 feet each way across, plus 3 feet deep, for it to actually heat up and break down with the moisture. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. All right. So now we got to measure out 13 feet. I'll wear a size 12 boot. Now granted, it's going to be a little above 13, but it don't have to be exact science, guys. You need at least 13 feet. It can be a little longer, big as you want, really. There's one. About perfect. A little bit longer on this last one, but that's all right. All right, so we got all these cut. Now let's loop it. So I'm going to take my cut. I'm going to go into the nearest straight one. All right, there you have it, guys. Now you guys can cut this down. Like I said, it only needs to be 3 feet high. And as you put leaves in it and let them settle, it'll just keep sinking and sinking and sinking. Now, if you want a fast process, you need to wet it down a couple times a week and maybe stir it 2-3 times a week if you want it to break down really fast. But we're not too worried about it. And winter time comes, it starts freezing and heating up, freezing, heating up. It's going to break down regardless. So, all right, we got these 3 done. So I'm going to go ahead and move these over to the garden, to a spot where it ain't going to be in the way, because we still got a few stumps to move, and it's about time to start pulling up some of this tarp. So as you can see, we already got a big old compost going because the other two were full that we've made in the past. So we just been throwing all our stuff in here. Now we'll be able to kind of lift it up and let air get into it, you know. Man, I love this type of weather. The only bad thing is you wear something heavy, then you're too hot. You unzip or take your hoodie off for just a little bit, then you're too cold. I got most of this pile picked up. Now there's rabbit manure, there's hay, there's leaves. But anyway, we'll get all this stuff in here, then we'll top it off with leaves. And after about a month, them leaves will go way down really quick. I think that one over there we filled it up probably 8 times now with leaves. Had it overfilled, and it just keeps on eating it down. Them worms and stuff get up in there. Try to mix it up. You can see a lot of it actually turning into dirt already. It's composting down pretty quick here towards the bottom. So we just kind of mix it all in really good. Let that air get in there. Get that microbials in there working. All right, so we got about 3/4 of the way full. Now I don't know if you've seen, but there's actually some cardboard my mom laid down to keep the grass and stuff from growing and put all that stuff on. It broke down pretty good, but there's still some. Now if you're going to put cardboard in it, you got to make sure you don't have the glossy label on the front. It just got to be plain cardboard. But the worms love it just as well, plus papers and stuff like that. So
I cut down all of our okra that we had, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put it in our bunny barn, cut parts of it up, because okra, the whole plant, is supposed to be edible by the rabbit and kind of used as a treat. So you don't want to give them lots and lots of it, but a little bit maybe every day. And this just will help supplement our feed bill just a little bit too, and be nice for our rabbits.
there's a stump. There's part of the old root. It's about rotten, so hopefully it'll be easy coming out. Well, Phil's got the one stump removed. He found another one in there, and I about got all this tarp picked up. I've seen several worms in there, so that's what you want to see whenever you're trying to bring the soil up to grade the farm in. Happy camper. Got one out. There's 3 or 4 more to go. Well, I got all the black tarp pulled out with all the stakes that were in it to hold it on the ground. Soil looks really good. Even had some critters crawling up inside of it. So that's always a good sign. We want all those little microorganisms and stuff to come up and eat away at the soil. Well, this is stump number 4 he's working on. Got a pretty good ring going around it, a bunch of roots. It's crazy the amount of roots are under this thing. That's a big kid having fun right there. So I'm gonna take me a break. Brent said he wanted to try it. Well, Brent's been working on the tractor, figuring it out. Been getting all the roots, all the sticks, stumps. Been clearing up this whole area here. Now you can see there in the compost, I took all them thorns and all that roughage that was here, broke them down and then threw them up in there. That stuff should break down, that real thin fibrous stuff, and that'd be good for in the soil. So still got to kind of flatten, level everything off, but for the most part this area here is done. Now whenever we do go tilling, even last year, we're going to end up hitting stumps every so often, so we're going to have to go real thin and just keep gradually going. So it's going to be a process, and I'm sure even where we did it last year, we're still going to end up hitting some stumps there if we're not careful. So
what I'm doing is I'm covering up some of my tomato plants. They've got a lot of green ones on there, and temperatures are supposed to dip below freezing tonight, so I'm trying to protect some of them. I need to get more plastic or covering, whatever you want to call it, and I need to cover some more because I'm just not ready to give up on my tomatoes. I know next week is supposed to be a lot warmer than what it is right now, but I'm trying to protect them while I can. On these plants, I'm actually covering it up with an old tent that we had. The poles went bad and we still had this top part of the tent, so using it to cover up the bigger part of the plants. Some of them had grown out where I can't quite cover everything, but trying to protect part of it, get it through these cold days. Over here are my pepper plants. Some of them, I had gotten these back, oh, it's been many years ago. I caught them on sale, like, I don't know, it was in winter time. I think they had a big sale on them. But I'm going to use those to cover my pepper plants because they still have blooms on them. So, got those covered. And have to do that again tomorrow night because it's even supposed to get colder tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm even going to cover up my mums because when temperatures dip low enough, even they can die out. And this is where we have our sign now, and I want to make sure that stays alive as long as possible. So covering it up and hoping they survive the cold.
So it's like 28 degrees this morning, so I figured this would be an awesome time to go ahead and burn all this wood and stumps and roots I piled up yesterday until it warms up a little bit, then maybe I'll do something else.
So we're gonna go ahead and start taking up this weed fabric from the garden. We're still getting some tomatoes and peppers. So we're gonna go ahead and start taking up 3 rows.
So here, we got some weeds, but as you can see, that frost, it killed the green beans. So they're done for the year. It done ruined what few we had left on it. So all this we're going to give to the cows and the goats. Now normally, if we didn't have a ground cover, probably leave these green beans there. Let it put nitrogen back in the ground, but since we got to pull that whole cloth up, we got work to do. Animals are getting these this year. There it goes. There it goes.
All right, guys, so we got these 3 sections of weed fabric ripped up.
So now that we got these up, we'll actually be able to use this again next year. We got it rolled up still and put it away for the winter. So we got the compost bins ready, and we're going to see about getting some of that chicken mesh fence and quarter off this and let the chickens run and just totally devastate this area.
Yeah.
Let them rip up all the grass and crap all over the ground. Get some nitrogen in the soil.
We hope you enjoyed watching Chamberlain Family Farms. You can contact us at chamberlainff@gmail.com. You can also check us out on Facebook, Chamberlain Family Farms. We hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe.